Good evening.
Good
Are we
evening.
casting together?
We are. I mean, no one's watching the Twitch at the moment, but yeah, we won't talk about stuff anymore. Okay.
You're not going to talk
Yeah, we'll
tactics
cast
in case the opponent over here.
We'll cast the first two, and then I play third, and then if it goes past that, we'll cast the
Well, I'll also
rest.
snuggle you there.
Thing is, I already drained all my PvP energy for today, Gremlin. 34-minute shit show just because I allowed to add to harass me. But to be honest, can rushing lower leagues sometimes isn't the best idea because they do random shit.
Cannon rushing honestly just breaks my soul, Simba. I cannot turn to the dark side.
No, it doesn't break your soul. It's like the best
No,
build
Simba,
ever.
your soul's already
Best
broken.
build ever.
I prefer macro games now. Now you taught me how to macro, I prefer.
I mean, you do go DT to carriers.
Okay, like mid.
How about you skip the DTs and go straight to carriers? Anyway, make sure you don't have your hopes up. I would hate to disappoint.
And here he is, in the northeast, playing Protoss in the yellow for Team GoldMasters. Simba.
And in the southeast, in red, playing for FH, we have Shoes. Bob, is that the east?
Yes.
No.
Well, what are we watching here? Oh, did I say east?
Simba's in the west.
I thought I said west.
No,
No,
you said east. You nana.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we're having two cannon rushes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
it's a
god.
cannon rush.
Oh my god, Abby.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I would not want to cannon rush against Simba if I'm being completely honest.
I agree. I think Simba's
He
very
is
good in a
good at
weird
it.
game. But I'm terrified for what's
I
happening
mean, a
here.
line versus some Shoes, I wouldn't want to be the Shoes in this
So-
matchup, but I am biased.
She's
I
just
do
gone
love-
double gateway in the natural of Simba. And neither player's scoured the main just yet. Simba's going to come up now and see just a pylon. And then him taking the gas. Simba knows he must be getting proxy then, but what does Simba do? He builds a cannon at the top of the main. I mean, surely this cannon's just going to shut this down pretty hard, right? He fully walls off the main base.
Really
This
want
is
to remain
nuts.
with a cannon. I think this is good for Simba. If he is going zealots, then those zealots are just going to get shot down by that cannon before they have a chance to break through the wall.
Yeah. I mean, he does have two gas shoes, but he's not mining
does
too
have
much
two
here. And
gas,
obviously, the
true.
cyber core takes ages, and he is going zealots. This is good for Simba. Simba, can he scout this? Ah, he's so close.
Simba
Doesn't
is
quite
not
scout it.
scouted, but he has played defensively. And there is the first cannon.
Oh my god, this is
Cannon
nuts.
gone down in the mineral line.
This really did not work out for
We
Simba.
have that cannon blocked by a pylon on one
Ah!
side and a gateway on the other.
Oh, Simba loses the probe. That's big. This cannon shouldn't get up off Simba in the main base. The
That's
zealots
big,
being
but-
shut down.
Shoes is losing a lot of
Oh,
mining
Shoes
time,
is only
I think.
attacking the cannon with 3 probes. The cannon gets up. That's absolutely massive.
That is amazing.
Big
That is
mistake
really
there by Shoes, and
Simba.
he's going to lose so many
You
probes.
need 4 probes to kill a cannon, buddy, and not 3. Probes going down, mining time lost. Those zealots not getting into the main because of that cannon. Simba now building a spider core and will be able to go into a macro game. But Shoes is significantly
It's a
behind
robot
after having
ahead.
to deal with that cannon and his initial zealot not working.
Oh no, I think it's actually kind of even.
Simba has still not scouted that double gate in his match.
Yeah, but I think Simba just assumes it's there now, right? Because he saw the 2 zealots early, so I don't think he's too worried. I'm interested to see that Simba's actually going 2 gateway behind this while she's going for the robo. Oh, this is absolutely nuts. This is
But
absolutely
bearing in mind,
nuts.
she already has 2 gateways down here, so
Okay, so Simba sends another probe in and will scout. Oh my god, and he's going for a cannon rush! Again!
again, oh
Simba.
my goodness, Simba, what
It's
a
such
guy.
a sick position, but there's already an Immortal Chrono Boost still out, right? So I don't think this cannon rush will actually work out for Simba at all. He's now going into a Stargate at home. I think he should just cancel that pylon. He doesn't, he actually goes for the cannon as well. But this Immortal will be out in plenty of time. And that will force a cancel.
Immortal, I mean, even if this doesn't, he is just wasting our opponent's time. Our opponent is now so behind on minerals and 4 workers behind. And as Bobby likes to tell me, once you get behind in PvP, it can be quite hard to catch up.
Although I would say the workers doesn't really matter because both players are saturated on one base, so I'm actually not too worried. What I do,
so the Immortal could break through this wall.
I do think that going Phoenix is amazing here for Simba, and with a hidden base in the top right of the map, I really love this scenario. I mean, what shuts down an Immortal drop? Phoenix, right? Perfectly.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Oh, Zealot coming up here. Will it scout the Phoenix? Yes, it will. That's a big scout. For shoes.
That is a big scout.
And here comes a big drop. There's 4 Stalkers in this as well, actually. But there is a battery here for Simba.
Still not seen that.
Oh my god.
Still, and now he will see the drop coming into his base.
He will have battery overcharge. He pulls the probes. He needs to activate battery overcharge right now. Simba! There he does. He lifts the Immortal with the Phoenix. And with the Warping, I think he'll be able to clean this up. Great surround on the Stalkers with the probes. But that Immortal.
There's some nice breakarounds with these probes.
So many probes going down. Oh, and a big Warping here. And the Phoenix are on the Warp Prism, but the Warping finishes. The Prism will fall. And this is an absolute mess of a game.
And those 3 Stalkers being recalled back into the base.
But Simba's on 2 base.
Simba isn't.
And Shoes has walled himself out. And he doesn't have a probe out on the map. So he's actually going to have to break out. Yeah. This is absolutely nuts. Oh my god. Simba, of course, building 2 probes at once.
She's probably a bit confused at this point as to where
I think everyone's confused.
It is, bearing in mind that he saw the natural saturated with that Immortal drop.
Ooh, big attack coming here from Shoes though. And there's really not much for Simba here at all. I think he might just die.
8 Stalkers.
Battery overcharge is not ready. He doesn't have enough energy for it. Phoenix come forward. A Zealot is walked in. 1 Stalker goes down. And he's holding this wall very well with that Zealot. Actually picking off 2 Stalkers as well. But now the battery's out of energy.
She's out of energy. The Stalkers are going to break through. And this could be bad for Simba.
I don't think Simba has enough to hold here. If he walks in a sentry though, he could force field the ramp.
I mean, what does he have? 3 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, 2 Phoenix against.
Oh, he's pulled the boys again. You can use the Phoenix to pick up some of these Stalkers. 1 Phoenix goes down. And I think Shoes could actually be taking the game. Wow,
I don't know what
crazy
Simba can
game.
do, to be honest. I really don't think there's anything left for our guy. This has been a crazy game, yeah. I mean, a cannon rush on one, a Zealot rush from the other.
This was nuts.
We have a sentry, but I mean...
Good force field at the bottom of the ramp, but Simba's just taking so much damage at this point, right?
I think it's just a bit too little too late. I don't know if Simba can do damage control at this point. He is
will just fall here. GG.
And GG. She was just so aggressive.
That was absolutely nuts.
That was crazy.
Okay, so game 2 will be Joman against Fantasy on Everdream. Okay, so apparently their manager entered the wrong player for map 4. It'll be Attias instead. Okay, so we are trying to get into game number 2 here. Wait, Abby, you're not in the game!
Why did you not invite me?
Why don't you... Are you in the chat? Oh no, you should join the chat, so then you can just join the thing. Alpha.tl. And in the southwest, playing Terran in the green for Team GoldMasters, it is Joman.
And in the northeast, in the yellow for WBO, we have Fantasy.
Wild Baguette eSports. The French boys really would love a win. Oh, I should change this. It's gonna be dice. There we go. Okay.
TVZ? I don't think I've ever seen a TVZ.
You've never seen one?
I might have, but like, I don't know anything about it. I've not really seen it before.
You definitely did on the Home Story Cup stream.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, it's actually pulled first by Fantasy. So that's interesting.
Oh, scary.
I think it's more just defensive in the case that Drillman's proxying, but Drillman never really proxies, so
Oh man.
that is okay.
Opening pretty standard.
Yes. Reaper and the orbital command on the way will be followed up by the natural and actually an SCV. Gonna come for a little scout. We'll see these early things on the way. And that will mean Drillman can keep his Reaper at home. Oh my god. Okay. Fancy's cheesing. This is a Roach Warren. So Fancy is going all in. Very aggressive here. The SCV comes in, we'll see 2 Lings. But he needs to see this Roach Warren really. Oh, he's sending it into the main now. Oh, the drones are pulled. Okay, well that's got to alarm Drillman, surely, right? You see drones
you
pulled?
go into the base and see all the drones pulled to stop you seeing something, you know there's something that you want to see.
For sure, bunker going down is going to be critical in defending this, but 4 Lings coming across now. With good Reaper micro, he shouldn't really lose anything. Drillman loses the Marine, but that's not the end of the world. This Reaper incredibly low as well. Drillman almost had a disaster there. With other Marine out, he saves the SDV and should be able to complete this command center now, which is very good for him. Got a reactor going down on the back, so bunker finishes up, and Drillman needs to scout that there's roaches on the way across the map. What is he going to build? A Hellion, that's not what you want at all. Oh, and the Reaper's going round. Oh no! Drillman is going to be blindsided here. He can pick his orbital command up and go to his main base, but it's going to be really tough to hold. He actually cancels the Hellion. Oh, the Reaper distracted at the 3rd base. There's about to be a lot of roaches. He's got a reactor on the factory now. That's not what you want. You want a tech lab so you can build a cyclone, and he's building double Hellion against roaches. It's a disaster for Drillman.
I think the problem is that Drillman just doesn't know he has roaches.
He has absolutely no idea. The Reaper goes into the main base now, but he sees the roach one just a bit too late. The Marauder on the way. 2 Hellions are out, 2 more on the way. Bunker will go down, but Drillman, if he holds and doesn't lose the game here, then he's probably going to be in a good situation. But this supply depot probably going to go down. And what is really here to stop the Zerg right now? A big old SCV pool. 4 Hellions out now. So many SCVs going down. 10 SCVs already and counting. 14 now dead. And these Hellions just aren't enough. This game has pretty much summed up the season so far for the SEMIPRO. It's just a bit of a disaster, really.
I mean,
no one saw it coming.
I feel bad for John, man. I mean, his scout was completely denied. It was killed straight off the bat before he could see the Roach Warren, so...
He does have 3 orbitals. Mules are a pretty good unit, but he is very far behind right now.
He is, I mean... We're looking at a 30 supply behind.
These 2 Hellions could come in and get some damage, but we're about to pop out the 3rd base. 2 roaches.
But I mean, mules are pretty sick.
Mules are pretty sick. Okay, these 2 Hellions only getting 2 drone kills before going down, and Drillman must be hating this game so much right now.
This is not a good game. Not a good game at all. Got some more roaches and a couple of lings coming across the map by the looks of things.
I think that would just be enough to end the game actually. There's no bunker up anymore. Reactor going down on the factory
He
now.
has 3 marines.
Man, evacuating the low ground is the correct decision here. I'm not sure the roaches actually win this fight. I don't think they want to hang around too long, but every SCV they pick off is of course very nice.
Indeed, it is. Roberto?
Oh buddy. Oh buddy. This is just a brutal situation.
So we have a starport building medivacs. One roach picked off there.
22 SCVs have gone down this game. How grim
I'm going
is
to be
that?
very on her managed to catch up. We also have a bailing mess coming down as well.
Aspire for those mutalisks. That could be the nail in the coffin.
I hate mutas.
I think everyone hates.
Mutas are just not a fun unit to play against, are they?
So Drillman now going double factory. So he's got 2 barracks and he's now going for a 2nd and a 3rd factory for a very late switch into mech, I think, which is absolutely bonkers.
Across the map, doing a drop mid-map to pick off that roach.
I mean, you know, the longer the game goes on, you know, it could equal out a bit.
The more time John has to try and do something
Try and pull it back. So hopefully this drop will end up scouting a spire. No mutalisks on the way just yet for fantasy. Stim about to finish. This drop could actually do some damage. So many things already here. So just has to pick up after getting 2 drones. Did he scout the spire? He did. That's a big scout. He's actually going into mech. This is insane.
Is mech what he wants?
Well, he's... Normally you go bio or mech, right? But he's gone bio at the start of this game, even committing to getting stim pack for his marines. And now he's got the extra factories with tech labs for mech. So that's like a really crazy turnaround in his build that you don't see very often. This overseer will come in and scout it. Stimmed marines in the main of the Zerg. Actually... We'll be able to pick off his hatch, no cancel. That's good.
Before the lings can pick him off.
Hey, I mean, if you forget about everything that's happened in this game and you just look at the game now, it's playable for German.
And I think the fact
that
everything that's happened up to this point, it makes it more impressive for John Man that he's managed to come back from such a bad looking situation and get himself into an almost okay position.
Liberator at the 3rd picks off a couple queens. Hellions now going into the natural. Jawman multitasking very impressively here. Should be able to pick off some drones here. 5 go down. Hey, that's something. And Jawman is catching up. Fancy struggling to spend his minerals right now. Jawman has, of course, scouted those mutalisks. And with Thors on the way, could be good. The drop will get cleared up now, and obviously going to be much harder to drop up with his mutalisks out on the map.
It did take a while to clear up that drop. That was there for a good 3 minutes.
I mean, Fantasy's really struggling to spend his money. He's so supply blocked right now. He lost a lot of overlords. He's actually building 8 overlords right now. So this kind of
coming across the map with mutas.
This kind of macro mistake is really getting back in the game. The mutas fly over the missile turrets.
Mutas
won't be able to get any damage done.
They're just so fast. It makes them really difficult to kill. Lings coming in. Not gonna be able to do too much damage against.
Oh, the mutalisks are taking a horrific fight against the marines. Oh my god, so many mutalisks are going down here.
There's a Thor there as well, picking off any mutas that managed to escape the Marines.
Wow, that was amazing for Drumman. He kills like all
That
the
was really
mutas.
good for John Man. Really, really nicely done.
Fancy was distracted at his 5th base.
Scanned the
6th base, in
amount
fact.
of banelings and things at the
6th.
base
Yeah.
of Fantasy.
So Magfield Accelerator and Smart Servos and 2 on the way for Drumman, who's now adding on a couple more command centers of his own. And we could actually be going for a very long game here after what looked to be a horrific start for
I am
Drumman.
really impressed at John Man. I mean, kept his head,
Yeah.
got his way out of a tricky situation, and then went and did enough damage to Fantasy to really put him in a tricky situation with that supply block for a good few minutes, and then pick off all those mutas.
I mean, Drumman could
Very
have left the
amazing.
game after that, and we'd be like, yeah, well, okay, he was probably
Yeah,
dead, right?
GG.
I'm really happy he did leave the game. Zerg still, of course, in a good position, 6 bases up, and with Hive on the way, Burrow as well. Looks to be getting in a good position. I wonder what the late game composition of the Zerg is going to look like. I don't know if we're going to be seeing Ultralisks here.
I mean, I think
Good
Thors
looks.
are a great unit, and I think if I was a Terran, I would be using them pretty frequently. If I could, obviously.
Lots of siege tanks ready in position to receive these lings that come in. A massive Widowman hit. Good siege tank hits. Equal up the supply a bit there.
Got some
Oh, wow, I'm really not sure if the Zerg should be pushing into all of this mech. Couple tanks do go down, but at what cost?
I mean, a couple tanks
Wow,
have gone
that was so
down and
sick for
actually
Drumman.
torn apart that Zerg.
Drumman's ahead in supply. I don't believe this. What a game.
What a game from our guy in green.
This is nuts.
That was a lovely fight for John Man.
It was, it really was.
All the lings, a good amount of banes, and then some hydras on top.
Okay, so the Ultralisk Cavern just now goes down for Fantasy, and a Viper on the way as well.
I mean, I've barely seen ultras. Are they good? What are they used for? What do they do? What kind of
They're the
stuff do they
ground.
have?
They're the late game ground unit of Zerg. They have incredibly high armor and can survive a lot of damage. But that being said, tanks aren't too shabby against them.
I remember playing PvP and someone stormed my my Archons a good 3 times, and it was like they'd barely been touched.
Yeah, Storm is pretty awful in PvP, to be fair. Okay, Helion's at a 6th base, don't get too much done, easy cleanup for Fantasy, but it's keeping him occupied while Drillman takes the rich Vespian gas base as his 5th. Fantasy now branching out for his 7th. And somehow Drillman's climbed from 11 to 91 workers in this game. 3-3 on the way as well. Chitinous plating and a Greater Spire on the way for Fantasy, so we will be able to get into Broodlords. Little battle mech force of Drumman coming forward here, clears a couple queens and will be able to get some creep for its troubles. Probably doesn't want to overextend too much. And sure enough, he turns around. Fantasy's very rich, but I actually prefer the army of Drumman here. So what is this? Fantasy's actually forgotten his +3 upgrades, which could be really bad.
Your man has 222.
Yeah, no +3 for Fantasy. Little worrying. Great Spire does finish. He has some Corruptors out and a lot of Vipers. Those Viper spells will be so important in these upcoming fights. Drillman with a massive siege up. Wow, massive tank hits on the Banelings. Beautiful.
Those.
Oh, big abduct on the Thors, and tanks are so good. And Fantasy picking up plenty of units for basically free there. That is the power of those fighters.
Really, really good fight there with those pickups.
Okay, 6 Ultralisks on the way, and the speed upgrade for them as well. Little Hydra attack at the 6th of Drillman, causing some trouble, killing off a fair amount of SCVs.
A nice little poke there, but those tanks are going to come in and demolish.
So moving down to the 6 o'clock position on the map here. 4 Thors on the production tab for Drillman. He does, however, have 3-3. About to finish up here. It's pretty big. The abducts are just so good. Picking off several Terran units on their way. So shouldn't overextend though. Actually, Ultra's getting a little caught out there. Very low on health. Might just go down. Good blinding cloud goes down. And the Ultralisk will fall. Drillman, these tank shots are doing so much. I think he's actually taking a good fight. The Ultras are actually kind of just bugging out on the Hydras there. Not having a good time at all.
I mean, yeah, we're going to see a lot of those
push through.
Down.
And I think Fancy came out the better end of that. Fancy can afford to take these even trades because he is just so rich. He can replenish his army.
Yeah. Drillman is, is pretty rich as well. It just can't really compare to how much Fantasy has. But that is the nature of Zerg. They could replenish their army really quickly. Yeah,
for sure. And Fantasy with complete control of pretty much 3/4 of the map here. Creep spread absolutely everywhere, making Drillman's life very hard. Wow. New Parasite on the way for Fantasy. So we might be seeing some Infestors. We'll take control of some of those Thors of Drillman. Big fight here in the middle. Good blinding cloud and good abduct. Goes down 2 more abducts, 3 more abducts. But does Fancy have the firepower for this? Yes, he does. And I think Fancy may have done it in a roller coaster of a game.
I mean, what a game that was indeed, Martin. What a game.
Oh man, I feel bad for Joe, man. He fought so hard here.
He fought hard.
He might actually not be dead.
And now it is looking like Fantasy once again has the upper hand.
More Cyclones coming out for Drillman. We'll be able to shoo these Hydras away. Scan sees the 8th and 7th base of Fantasy. Not saturated yet. Maybe Drillman
Not really
relatively comfortable, but a massive links around in the middle of the map. And the fear ducks coming in. Many Cyclones go down. But they didn't go for free. Wow, these Ultras take so much damage to the Cyclones. Goodness me. That's actually insane. I never knew Cyclones were so good against Ultras. It makes sense though. 7 more Ultras on the way for Fantasy. Actually biting through a lot of that massive bank we talked about. And now it's looking much more even actually. +3 carapace on the way as well. And now the Zerg attacks to the north. Planetary Fortress and a couple tanks here might be able to hold on to this base. Baning is coming into the mineral line. Oh, 12 SCVs go down. Massive damage. But Drummond could afford to lose those SCVs. He had plenty. And now some Ultralisks going down. And Drummond fights back. Oh wow. Drummond actually forcing the issue here. More Ultralisks will fall. Will Drummond be able to win this fight? As blinding clouds run out. And the Zerg is just overrunning, but is it enough? Drummond putting it back. Oh my goodness, this is insanity.
I mean, this game has been a roller coaster of a game for sure. I will say, I don't like the skin on Fantasy.
You don't like the skin?
Do the design any justice.
Fair enough. Okay, I think Fantasy has just edged out a pretty nice lead here now.
Yeah, Fantasy definitely.
Drumman probably just figuring out what he wants to buy here. Goes for a little bit of everything.
Best counter the army, indeed.
I mean, as long as Drumman's maxed out, there's always a dream, right? He just needs to hold on for a little while longer. So if he can max out with a mech army, can of course still win the game. A couple queens getting picked off here in the middle of nowhere. Drumman needs to get out now. Oh, the abducts.
I mean, I don't even know what that base is at this point, but that's the names of the base.
Liberator will get abducted at the 6 PM position here, and this Planetary Fortress will be going down. Lightning Cloud used on it. One Ultras falls, but I don't know if Drillman has enough to clear this army right now. Zerg pushing forward. I don't know if this is a fight that Zerg wants to take. I don't think so. One Viper will fall. Very nice pick off there by Drillman. But he just can't quite max out. Every time he gets near to maxing out, the Zerg comes in with another brutal attack. Good kiting here by Drillman. Will pick off almost 2 Ultras. 1 Ultras survives on 5 HP. Fancy getting rich again.
But I think what we're seeing in these attacks is John Man about to max out, Zerg coming in and stopping it, and then John Man doing enough damage to Zerg to buy him a bit more time in the game.
It does kind of feel like John Man's being strangled. He's not dead, and he's not dying quickly,
I mean,
but he is dying slowly.
And we're seeing some cyanosis in his mucous membranes, and it's just not looking healthy. At this point needs to go on O2 and be monitored for a considerable amount of time.
Right. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking, I just didn't want to say it. So coming in with yet another attack. Will it be the final attack of the game? At this point, who knows?
I mean, you know what,
I mean, picking off the command center is good.
I'm not really ready for that in this game at the moment.
These Vipers have paid off so much for Fantasy throughout this game.
They just come in and they just eat up the unit. Yeah. And really key units as well, things that if John Man had, the fight could have gone the other way. You're up here, just a Liberator being chased.
Buddy, John Man hasn't been on Fantasy's side of the map in like 15 minutes. It's been absolutely brutal.
I mean, this game is really turning into quite an ordeal here.
There's some ghosts being mixed in now. I think a future plan for Drillman was to go into nukes with multiple ghost silos up, and there is a nuke, in fact, just under that Liberator. Another nuke in the bottom right corner of the map, but the ghost will get picked off. And this nuke should land, but will only... Never mind, the ghost died just before it landed. Wow. So. And now Drillman is really broke and he can't max out. This is not a position he wants to be in. Just waiting for the killing blow now, really. I think the next attack of the Zerg will be unstoppable.
And I think that attack could happen fairly soon with this army moving down to the south, where John Man is currently harassing the southernmost base of the Zerg.
Oh, big blinding clouds on the tanks. They won't be shooting anytime soon, and I think this is it. Baguette eSports going 2-0 up in the series in an absolutely manic CVT. An absolute rollercoaster. Just not enough for Drillman in the end. He fought very valiantly.
What a game. What a game.
Oh man, I have to not lose. Not a fan of that.
Come on, Blobby. Blobby, blobby, bleep, bleep. I mean, we all know what you're doing and we all know you're good at it, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite confident, but you never know. These Frenchy boys have been choosing quite a bit so far, so...
If you win, what you take away as a reward?
Right, pen.
I'm feeling extra motivation for you there.
Okay, I was motivated anyway, but that's good.
Yeah, but we'll use motivation as a takeout on the gremlin.
Very important. Poor man's still fighting.
Man,
He doesn't want to die!
I mean, to be fair, if I'd brought a game back from the brink of death, I'd be reluctant to do even less. I was down to like 1 building, 2 workers, and no units, in which case I might hang my cake.
Surely this will be the end. More ducks coming in, another blinding cannon. GG. Fantasy takes it. Goodness gracious me. Wow. Wow. Okay. You need to skedaddle now, and you can join me after the game. If you just join another voice channel, then I'll bring you back in after the game. Let's not fuck it up. In the southwest, in the purple trunks, playing Protoss for Team GoldMasters. It's El Capitan, Molten, and what did I just do? In the southeast, playing Terran, the World Baguette eSports. In the red, Vince. Alright, buddy. What is he doing? What is he doing? Buddy, I'm not gonna let you build a bunker. Good try, buddy. Oh my god, I forgot my Twilight. Yeah, man. Getting a Twilight is pretty high on the list of retarded things I could have done this game. But it's not the end of the world. Oh, it is really bad though. That's a really late Twilight. Fucking sheep, I die. I forgot about this bit. Cool.
Fire shall be reclaimed.
We require need more minerals. You can't warp in minerals. You have not enough. Need more minerals. But we require more minerals.
Hello.
Your poles are getting old.
Wow, hello? What the fuck?
You're short on
I literally have no idea why my mouse just decided not to let any of that happen.
Our forces are under attack.
I mean, I think I just lost. Zombies in there.
We require more minerals.
Fucking Shiva. This is obviously awful for me. Fuck, I'm actually so far behind.
You're short on minerals. Are you saturated yet? Need more minerals, but there are plenty of rocks. Not enough minerals. Pylon under attack. Did you warp in about need more minerals? But there are plenty of need more. Not enough minerals. Not enough Vespine gas. My dad always used to. You require more Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. That feels good. You have not enough minerals. Broadcasting the power field for that. Their one weakness. You require insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough Vespine gas. That
The fuck was that guy doing?
mineral field. They're attacking your base, you know.
Fucking Shiva guy.
You're short on minerals. Research is done. That one's been inbound for years. Research complete. We require more minerals. That mineral field gone. We require more minerals. Need more Vespine gas. Might need more minerals, but there are plenty of rocks. You're short on minerals. That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion. You require more Vespine gas. Insufficient. They're attacking your coast. Watch your mineral mine. They're going after a pylon. A classic tactic. Not enough Vespine gas.
Fucking shit.
This upgrade makes your unit stronger. You're out of supply.
Have any chance of fucking mine through that thing? Hello?
Under attack. Did you warp in a backup? That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the lake game. Mineral field depleted. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the lake game.
Justice be done. Command.
Mineral field depleted.
For our path. Adon. We embrace the glory of battle.
That field's been mined out. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game.
We embrace the glory of battle. We embrace.
They're going after a pylon. A classic tactic. Need more energy. Are you auto-casting? Base is under attack. That field's been mined out.
Embrace the glory of battle.
Upgrade's done. Towards the... That mineral field... Looks like we're going to the lake game. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. They're attacking your probe. Watch your mineral mine. short on minerals. Are you saturated? Need more minerals, but there are plenty of rocks.
I wasn't watching. Did you win?
You weren't watching? Okay, thanks, love. Yeah, I did.
Well, you didn't invite me to the lobby, so I had to watch it on your Twitch.
I mean, it looked shit for me. I played shit. Like, it was awful. I lost my
Well,
DT
you still won, so that's all that
with
matters.
doing like nothing, and then I lost the Nexus to a draw. That it was just an awful game. I'm really surprised I won. Go on, Bombs. We need you, buddy.
I think Simba's really annoyed about his game.
Oh,
He
that's
was so unlucky.
yeah. I mean, it was
And he should've
just a
taken
crazy
the,
game that happens, unfortunately, in
Should have taken
PvP.
second base, he said.
Sorry, say that again.
He said he should have taken the second
Oh, you
base.
shouldn't have. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, it's really hard for Simba to know if it's a one-base game or not. Okay, so in the north, in the blue, fighting to keep us alive. He's a memer. He's a dreamer. But he's not a streamer. Playing Protoss for GoldMasters. It's Bums.
And on the east side of the map, in the light pink, we have Atlas playing for WBO. And the memer, I mean, what a guy.
What a legend.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Literal god of StarCraft, I think.
And quite frankly, it's PvP, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm a little terrified. Who's he playing against? Atai. So Bums is the favourite here in terms of MMR. Bums at about 5.2, Atai at about 4.8. So hopefully Bums can... What the fuck?
Why is it so slow?
Yeah.
I think he put it on regular, but we play on fast.
It's faster. He must have just
alright.
pressed the wrong hotkey or something. Because he didn't realise he was referee.
Bums scouting.
Fortunately that happened now. Imagine if that had happened in the middle of a fight. That would have been so bad.
Well, anyway, Bums has scouted that there's nothing really interesting going on for
Yeah.
either player. Pretty standard PvP opening.
What are the first units gonna be?
I think they're going to be the Stalkers or Stalker Sentry,
Two
depending on how much
Stalkers.
they like custom.
Okay, so it's two Stalkers from Bums and it's a Stalker Sentry from Atai. No proxies in this PvP. Hello, boys. Are we even playing PvP?
I mean,
Hello.
The PvP without proxies, is that really PvP?
True. So Bums lays down the pylon in Atai's space to see what these first units are. He will see the sentry and he should now cancel the pylon. There it is. Atai's with the same plan.
Atlas has put a pylon in Bums's line.
Yeet. Oh, he forgot to cancel it. That's a mistake. That's only 5 minerals Atai should have had there. Actually, with a battery on the high ground, that's interesting. Maybe he... It's interesting because seeing those first two Stalkers, it always kind of alerts you. It's like, oh, my opponent could be one-basing. And I think Atai kind of thinks that as well because he has the battery on the high ground. But Bum's
Yeah,
actually
I
just with
mean-
the faster natural.
I'm going to agree with you. I think that I see two Stalkers, I think aggression, and I think, okay, I need to play defensive. I tend to associate two Stalkers with the proxy robo.
So Atai has gone for the faster robo. So maybe we'll be seeing an immortal drop. It's also a robo from Bums, but of course with the economic advantage in the form of that second Nexus.
And Bums is the macro.
You cut out a bit there, what did you say?
Bums is the macro god.
Yes, sure, of course.
I mean, stuff
Oh, it's
playing,
Warp
I
Prism
think I should
first.
add in there.
Well, this is really weird by Atice actually. What's he doing with his Warp Prism?
With
He's just
stalkers
eating it
coming
straight across the map.
from bombs.
Oh, what a scout
Bombs,
with bombs. This hallucinated phoenix will literally punch the Warp Prism. That's beautiful.
Oh, that is really good.
Oh, hello. Did Bombs see it?
I think Bums is just hoping the Immortal's gonna do what needs to
I
be
don't
done.
think Bums actually saw it, but it also doesn't matter because there's nothing in the Warp Prism anyway. Actually, just sieging it up here and warping in a couple adepts. Bums really need to see this. These two adepts could do so much. The Stalkers on Atai's side of the map. He should be able to defend. Good micro from both players there. These adepts, oh my goodness, absolutely unscouted. Will run in now. And Bums could be in serious trouble here.
Bums is in serious trouble here, I think. Being chased home by those two Stalkers, he's gonna find it difficult to...
Ooh, kind of misses the force field there. Okay, does trap the adepts in the end, but 8 probes going down.
I mean, those two Stalkers are just into a pissing fight.
Bums wins.
Bums always going to win a pissing fight.
True. Oh, the Warp Prism's still sieged up here, and Bums attacking it now. It's in a slow zone. That Warp Prism will get out.
That's
Good fast
pretty
reaction.
low HP. Means if there is a drop, it will be a lot easier for Bums to pick it off.
Okay, so while Atice is a couple workers ahead, Bums did get a faster Twilight Council, so he will have charge much faster, which is very nice. Atice now going to go for an Immortal drop, it seems. And this Immortal drop could actually do a lot as well.
It could do a lot. But I think Bums, knowing that he has, Bums is placing Stalkers around the edge of his main, knowing that he has a Warp Prism, and I think it's probably sort of expecting an Immortal drop.
Yeah, I really think he is. Bums comes back in with hallucination, just catch a glimpse of that Warp Prism as well. And we'll see the 3rd and 4th gas, which is always important in this matchup.
Council and 2 more gateways going down.
Okay. So it's actually Immortal and 2 adepts in this drop. I think it's really good actually for Atice. Bums with not much in his main base at all.
And he's gone around those Stalkers.
Oh, Bums gonna have to react really quickly there.
Seen it.
He needs to pull the probes and get his whole army over there. He walks in.
Pull the probes.
Oh, so many probes are going down to this. Oh, good force fields, but the Warp Prism play is good. And 7 probes for Bums. He is falling behind in this match. I'm not quite sure what he can do to get back in it.
I think Bums know that Warp Prism is there. Just hovering outside his map.
Bums is macroing really well, it has to be said. Like, he's equal on workers and he's lost 16 this game, 17 now. Even more going down to this drop. Reaction from Bums, a little slow. Five more probes going down. Now this Immortal's in danger for Bums. Atice actually chooses not to go for it. Bums with +2 on the way. Surprised there's no 3rd base for Atice. It's floating a lot. 3rd base going down for Bums now actually. And Bums has lost 21 more probes than Atice this game, and yet it's pretty even. He has +2 on the way. Like, his macro has been really solid.
3rd base.
Drop comes back in, and this Immortal Bums is injured. Does have the Immortal shield still up, but the Warp Prism micro is good. And he picks off the Immortal.
Bobby does love a bit of Warp Prism micro, don't you, B?
He doesn't. It's beautiful to see. I do have to make a criticism of Atice, so he's not getting another upgrade. He got +1 from his forge, but Bums +2 is far ahead.
Only on 2 bases.
Yeah, this 3rd base is so late from Atice.
This is especially considering the amount of workers killed.
For sure.
He really should be ahead.
Yeah.
Finally taking that 3rd, but we really want that 3rd to be inside of 6 minutes.
Wow, in PvP it's not really
Yeah, but
Like
8 minutes 50.
But for sure, it's too late. I agree.
Walking across with his army now, but Bums has seen that with a hallucination.
This is a very scary army, and before Bums has +2, I think he's really going to struggle here. Battery overcharge, of course, is
5
huge.
Archons against Bums'
4 Archons.
4.
But he is warping in a couple more Archons now. And with battery overcharge, there is a dream.
I think with battery
He needs
overcharge,
+2
Bums
so
will
badly.
win this because it is just such a good thing to be able to do, but it's still a terrifying army.
Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. +2's done for Bums. And with battery overcharge as well, there is Warp Prism Micro on the side of the Tice. He actually has hallucinated some Templar, which is a really key
A
move.
battery that was providing overcharge has gone down
Yeah,
there.
that was a very good snipe by Tice. But Bums with a big army, is it enough? This is such a close fight, but it looks like Tice will power through.
It's going to be enough. I think that Warp Prism and those hallucinations as well as sniping
man.
the battery.
It's brutal
It's going
times.
to be too much for Bums.
Absolutely brutal. He just took so much damage this game. He could never really get the army up he needed.
Yeah, there was so much damage in the early game to the Immortal drop. And to those adepts as well. And that's going to be the end of the third. Bums still walking in.
Absolutely brutal season for us. Oh my goodness.
Let's Land Dream.
Oh, this is so feels bad. I feel like this entire season has just been PvP. Like,
Being PvP is not a nice feeling.
oh, it is the worst feeling ever. This battery overcharge, putting in so much effort, and it's just not gonna be enough. Well, Baguette eSports
really.
will take the cannon 3-1.
GG's going to be coming in any second now.
This is so sad.
There it is.
And there we have it. 3-1 toward Baguette eSports, who are today's winners. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow with an amateur clan war on this channel, same time.